After the Switch 2 Direct, many people were left confused on pricing of games and how some games worked. It didn't help that people trying to figure out what exactly was going on were being attacked by zealous Nintendo fans thinking people were attacking their favorite brand. As a gamer that loves physical media, I just wanted to know how these games worked as Nintendo announced there are three types of physical games for Switch 2. Speculations are now starting to be delivered as facts, but now we may have actual confirmation about how these Switch 2 games work. Let's get the easiest one out of the way first. Switch 2 games such as Mario Kart World and Donkey Kong Bonanza will be exclusive to the platform. As of now, these games come on Switch 2 carts with the full game ready to go. This is great news for physical collectors as owning a physical game guarantees that it belongs to you. The next type has me worried for the future. Some games will be on these things called game key cards. These are not real physical games in my opinion. These game key cards come in a box but have no actual game data on the card itself. What is on the card is a code that will direct you to the eShop to download the game. Once downloaded, a separate online check is done. Then you could play the game offline as long as you want to. But the card must be inserted into the console at all times. So when you think about it, this is basically a glorified digital game that requires you to have a card in the console all the time. To me, this is a horrible idea that serves no purpose outside of forcing DRM. Many people think that this is similar to how most PlayStation 5 games work, but that simply isn't the case. PlayStation does make you install the game off the disc to play it. According to doesitplay.com, many games do not require a download at all, meaning you can install a PS5 game without the internet and beat it just fine. Game key cards have no data at all outside of the key itself. So if you're like me and you enjoy buying your games physically, this basically becomes a useless product for us. You will come out better buying the digital copy instead. At least that way, you don't need to have this fake card in your system at all times to play your digital game. By buying just the digital version, this opens up the room for you to have a real physical game inside your system while having access to all your downloaded games at the same time with no fake card needed. Some gamers believe that game key cards are similar to games on Switch that require a download to play the full game. They believe that those games cannot be sold off, but again, that is just completely untrue. Any Switch game that requires a download still has some of the game on the cart. That means you can actually play some of it and there is no online check to download the rest of the game. We still do not know what this online check will mean for us, but I'm assuming it's DRM. I just can't see it being anything else. Now I will say, if you can sell a game key card, it is better than buying one of those empty boxes with a digital code inside. But outside of that, these game key cards serve no purpose and are potentially dangerous to game preservation. I loved Bravely Default 2. It's one of my favorite games on the Switch. And now they have announced that Bravely Default Collection is coming to Switch 2. Great, right? Not for me, because this is a game key card game. And this is the crazy part. It's only 11 gigabytes of data. So we can't even assume that games that have huge file size are the ones that will use game key cards. Cyberpunk uses a 64 gigabyte card and everything is on it. Yet Square Enix can't even put an 11 gigabyte game on a cart for us. We shall see what happens, but I think it's going to hurt physical buyers because for the publisher, it's cheaper to use a game key card over putting the actual data on the cartridge. Now, the last type of physical media has caused so much confusion and anger that Nintendo fans have turned to calling people names and insulting others' intelligence. Nintendo announced these Switch 2 editions of games that are already released or about to come out. These games come with the original Switch 1 game and the upgrade pack. The issue is that Nintendo was not clear about how these actually work. On the game box, there is this ugly disclaimer and like seriously Nintendo, like can you please like change this disclaimer? It ruins your beautiful artwork. I don't like the way this looks. It just looks ugly and a lot of people, even Nintendo diehard fans are saying this is ugly. Please change this. And the disclaimer tells you what's inside but doesn't say if the upgrade pack is a code or if it's on the cartridge itself. Again, some overzealous Nintendo fans rush to call people stupid for asking for further confirmation. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when I was in school, they taught us there's no such thing as a wrong question. Asking for further information, especially when someone is not being clear, is nothing wrong with doing that, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And I want to throw this out there. I know not all Nintendo fans act like this. I'm only putting this on the ones behaving that way, and you guys really need to like chill out. Like it's something wrong with you all. You need to find something else to do and just chill out and calm down. The reason we wanted Nintendo to give us a better description is because I and many others that have bought physical games on other platforms have experienced something similar to this, where the game says on the box it comes with the base game and extra content, but does not say if it's a download or if it's on the disc. For example, I have both Horizon Forbidden West Complete Edition and Skyrim Anniversary for the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. Both of the boxes advertise that you're getting the core game experience plus whatever DLC that it comes with. And that's all it says. This wording is very similar to Nintendo's wording. Core game plus extra content. Nintendo fans that assume that this means that the downloaded content will be a code simply do not deal with games like this that often, or they don't pay attention to it. And a lot of them took offense to when I was saying this. They assumed I was saying because they only play on Nintendo, they don't experience this, which is untrue. There are Switch games that do the same thing. I'm saying no matter where you play, there's a possibility that you don't buy physical media as much as I do or others do, or you simply avoid these types of games that come with extra content. So you don't experience wondering what's in the box or not. That's all I was saying, and that's what all anyone else was saying that I saw. No one was coming at you for liking Nintendo. So when it comes between these two games, let me tell you where the confusion lies. Horizon came with all the content on the disc, but Skyrim had a download code. Yet the wording was the same on both boxes. Neither one said that there was a code that needed to be installed. So again, this is why we were asking for further confirmation. We go through this all the time. It's confusing and it's annoying for anyone that tries to seek a complete edition with everything on the disc, no download needed. So now that we got that out the way, how do these actually work on Switch 2? Well, we have great news. Well, maybe we have great news, because it looks like a Nintendo rep has said that Switch 2 editions are all on the cart. There is no need to download a code. Supposedly, it's all in one package. The reason why I'm saying this is maybe the case is because some people have said that other reps have said the opposite, that it does come with a code. But these people were also asking about it from the stance of being in the UK. Maybe it's different regionally. That happens sometimes. We really do not know, because Nintendo likes to be unclear. They've been unclear my entire life, and nothing is different to this day. As of now, I can only hope that everyone that likes physical media will be getting a version of these games with everything on the cart, because otherwise, what's even the point? We might as well just buy a Switch 1 version on the cart and then just download the DLC or extra content if we want it or not. Nintendo also went over game pricing today, which I probably will cover in another video in more detail. But as for now, they explained that the prices that we saw had nothing to do with the tariffs. a rumor hardcore Nintendo fans made up to defend Nintendo's pricing. They also explained that Mario Kart being so high is due to variable pricing. For those that don't know, let me just tell you what this means. I can speak a little bit of corporate for you. That means you all bought Mario Kart 8 for $60 for so long with barely any of a price drop, and you played it for so long that we figure we could up the price for Mario Kart World and you'll still buy it because, well, you bought the other game the whole entire time, so you're going to do it this time around. That's basically what they were saying by using the word variable pricing. They did the same thing with Tears of the Kingdom. Breath of the Wild sold for $60 and it barely ever went on sale. So when Tears came out, it was going to be $60. And then they figured, hey, let's just bump the price up to $10 and see what people do. And a lot of people bought it for $70. I bought it for $70 and I don't mind paying $70 for a game. I think that's reasonable depending upon the game. But that game in particular just wasn't one that justified the price. So it's not the tariffs, but greed and Nintendo knowing that their audience will buy anything. I hope you all speak with your wallet and exercise variable buying. Thank you all for watching. Stay blessed, and I'll see you guys later in the next video. Peace.